For today's Cyber CEO episode.
Oh my gosh, she does so much for me right now. She does all my marketing. She does all my social posts. She does my 42 touch campaign, manages all my databases, manages command. She does a lot of the graphics for me. And we've gotten to a point where she does all of that and so much more. So I'm very grateful for everything that she's done. She takes it in tremendous courage and stride, and she's very courageous as a woman too. So there's a lot that I admire about her.
Welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗹𝗹𝗶𝗹. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO, and we have a very special guest on the show. Violet, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for being on the show. I know you have a lot of things to do. We really appreciate you being here today. Now, to start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like you, so I need your help here. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe we can start with, what's your role in the business, Violet?
Sure. So my name is Violet 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗪, and I am the founder of 𝗙𝗲𝗪𝗂𝗪, powered by Keller Williams. And I have a team. So I'm a real estate broker, and 𝗙𝗲𝗪𝗂𝗪 is my team. And in addition to my real estate business, I also am a certified business coach with Business Maps.
Gosh, a lot of hats for you to wear, a lot of busy time for you, I assume. But how long have you been in the real estate world?
Going on my 23rd year.
23rd year, gosh, a lot of experience right there. Now, regarding experience, how about working with someone virtual? Is this your first time working with someone who's virtual?
Yes, as a matter of fact, that was a huge leap of faith for me. Yes, it's the first time that I've ever actually embraced that idea and actually am working with somebody on a virtual basis.
There we go. Now, was it a big change? Because I know before the pandemic, I think a lot of us were kind of used to working with people that we can meet. Now, everything's going a bit more virtual. So was it a big change, and how was the transition for you personally and your business?
Yeah, sure. It was a huge change for me because I'm a very people person. During COVID, it was one of my biggest challenges was not having the connection and really missing out on the connection with people. So this was a huge challenge for me to embrace that that feeling that I could get that level of service that I would like, from somebody that is on a virtual platform.
There we go. Now, how long have you been working with your cyberbacker, Violet?
So let's see, Bernadette and I have been working since maybe around March, I think.
Oh, okay. So half a year, probably around that time?
Yeah, we're about 6 months in. Time passes by very fast in real estate.
True. Very, very fast. Now, how did you first find out about Cyberbacker anyway?
Yeah, my Maps coach, actually. So my Maps coach had suggested, because I had assistants, in-person assistants in the past. And, just constantly talking about the struggles and the challenges and all of that. And so my Maps coach actually introduced that concept.
The idea of virtual leverage. Gotcha. Now, let's talk more about your cyberbacker experience then. First off, that you went through, of course, was the hiring process, pairing with your cyberbacker. So how did that experience go for you?
Overall, it was a very good experience. I liked the fact that I was in a position where I was able to review on paper the people that were presented to me. Well, first of all, it was great to have more than one person, right?
Of course.
All at once, right? And so I liked the exploratory call that I had initially to learn about not only myself, but my business and what's important to me and how I operate my business. So that was really important to me. And I think that, after that, then during the selection process, I was presented with several potential candidates. And I was presented with a short video interview along with, what they looked like on paper and KPA and all that. So that was really helpful because I felt like I was in a place where I was able to have a choice.
There we go.
And so that felt really good for me.
Yeah, because of course you're going to be working with this person almost every day of the week. So you really have to make the choice. And there should be a match, right, between you and the cyberbacker, right?
Right. And so many times as business owners, myself included, we get so into our business that exploratory call really also allowed me to the opportunity to learn about, okay, what do I really do in my business? Because so many things are on autopilot and we just do them without stopping and thinking, okay, this is my process, right? And the process that I had when I had my in-person people, it's always different because everything changes, right? You kind of gel together with the person that you're working with. And so now when I was by myself again, it's having that time to just kind of stop and just be like, okay, this is really my process. This is what I need.
There we go. So now you at least have someone that can help you all throughout the business. Again, someone who's virtual. Now, your cyberbacker, Bernadette, going through that hiring process, how did you know that she's your cyberbacker? You made the decision that she is your cyberbacker. You want to partner up with her.
I think it was the reason that she already was in a professional environment based on her background. We talked about that. And, throughout the process, you get to go through the interview process where you actually have an interview with your potential candidates. And, just the way that the sophistication and the maturity level in the way that she answered the questions that I had for her felt good for me. And it made me feel confident that she was the one that was what I thought was going to work best, with who I am and how I run my business.
Of course. So how she delivered herself then mainly, how she answered questions, that's how you made the decision then.
Yes.
Gotcha. Now, more about Bernadette, your cyberbacker. What are the tasks that you leverage off to her every day so you can focus on your business?
Oh my gosh, she does so much for me right now. There's just, so many things that we do. And so things that I've done in my business, such as, marketing and transaction coordination, talking with attorneys, following up. The amount of spreadsheets that she has done for me has just been, anyone that knows me knows that I am not a spreadsheet kind of person. So she keeps track of things for me. We track where my business is coming from. We track how it's coming, where it's coming from, payment processes and all that. We've also incorporated came up with different ideas for marketing strategies. She does all my marketing. She does all my social posts. She does, my 42 touch campaign for all my clients, manages all my databases, manages command. It just keeps going on and on and on because real estate, as we know, is very multifaceted and very diverse. And so every day is a new day and every day brings something different. And our clients are different and our experiences with our clients are different. So everything is, custom tailored to a particular client. However, the underlying process and systems that are in place are there. And so she basically takes a client from entering them into the MLS and all our databases all the way through close, including post-closing procedure. And then obviously there's, client appreciation events where, she does a lot of the graphics for me and, and connects with attorneys and connects with lenders and connects with our new construction representative, because that takes a big part
Sure.
of that's a big part of our business. So we've gotten to a point where she does, all of that, and and so much more. So I'm very grateful for everything that she's done.
So basically, she has her hand in almost everything then. Almost.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Now, 6 months in, let's say, with your Cyberbacker, what I'd like to know is, how did this become a successful partnership between you and Bernadette? Because again, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners, so they might have a difficult time working with someone who's virtual. So do you have any tips that you can share with them, to all the business owners that are having a difficult time working with someone virtual?
Sure. Time,
Time.
patience, especially in the very beginning. We had a system for the first, I'd say 30, 60, probably after the 60 days into the 90 days is when we kind of weaned off of that schedule. But for the first, especially 30 days, we were on a call every single day. There was not a day that went by that we did not communicate. And it continued into the 60 days. So, for the first 60 days of her being with me, it was constant. I mean, we would be, we'd get on a Zoom the way that you and I are doing it right now, and we would go over processes, and we would go over, there would be a teaching and a training, and a coaching that also went along with it. I think the other thing, so that's, the time, the patience that it would take, where, setting expectations, right? I came in, and just the way that I am as a person,
Yeah.
I asked if it was okay and how direct could I be with her, right? When we're talking about a task or a project or whatever. And so we had that expectation set up right in the very beginning. So I knew that if there was something new coming up, I knew how to navigate through that with her. We talked about that, right? Creating a sense of safety also, that no matter what happens, it's something that we could work through together. So I think her and I just connected on that level, where she, I encouraged her to take ownership of whatever she was doing. I encouraged her to ask me a gazillion questions about any project that she had or a task or whatever. Having the understanding that she's different from me in the way she processes information, because I am who I am and I do what I do because of the personality that I have. I can't do what she does. That's just not in my nature. That's not who I am. And so I needed also to take a look at myself and be like, okay, and come from a place of understanding that she doesn't have the same mindset as me. Otherwise, you know what I mean? She wouldn't be doing what she's doing. And I feel that I've allowed her to fail forward. I've allowed her to make mistakes and be okay with that, because everything that was done, especially in the very beginning, was, sent to me, through me to proofread or whatever. And it was all okay. And so now whenever, anything happens, or whenever she has a task to do or anything like that, it's just like, oh, okay, well, this is how I like it to be done. And we did a lot together. We did a lot of the tasks, especially the initial tasks. We just did it together. And then finally, I think just finding out, like, I had her take the love language test to see like what her love language is, because I've got mine and she's got hers, and hers is different than mine. And so we both learned about each other on how we, like, what we need and how we can work best with each other. So those are just some of the things that I did. And I feel that that's what got us to where we are today, where that safety is there.
The trust is there. And again, it really takes the time and the patience, because during the start of the partnership, you don't really know anything about each other yet. That's why I think what you mentioned earlier, the daily Zoom meetings, those quick meetings, I think those are really key factors when it comes to working with someone virtual, because what I suggest to everyone, of course, everyone on the show, is trying to remove that virtual piece from that virtual leverage, right? Just leverage, and trying to be personal with that person too. That make them feel that you are someone that they can talk to whenever they have any questions, things like that too. Just taking down those barriers, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that, sometimes we would just get on a call and, if something was happening, because we all are human, right? True. If there was something, she has a family, I have a family, and we just, we would have conversations about that, or something was happening in the world. And, just to even come from curiosity, how, because, she's in the Philippines, it's a completely different culture, different country. Yeah. And just to learn about each other that way, that was also a huge piece for us as well, too.
Yes. Again, they're just getting that connection with your cyberbacker. Now, we've been talking about Bernadette for a while now, and I know for a fact she's going to be able to watch and listen to this once we have this online. So we would like to know, what do you like most about Bernadette, your cyberbacker? What's the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about your cyberbacker?
She's a wise woman.
Wise woman. Why do you say so?
Yeah, she's a wise woman. She's very relevant. She's very relevant, and not only in tune with herself, but also she strives to stay relevant in business, and strives to challenge herself, and she's accepting to challenges, and she's not afraid to try something. If I just say, hey, why don't you just do this, and let's just see how it comes out, she does it, she tries it, and here's the best part, she's open to adjustment if anything needs to be changed or adjusted, and she takes it in tremendous courage and stride, and she's very courageous as a woman too. Yeah. So there's a lot that I admire about her.
Now, we are very, very excited to see where this partnership grows, of course, for the next couple of months. And again, Violet, thank you very much for dropping by today. I had fun talking to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.